Keep track of times and places throughout 2025 with this fantastic calendar featuring the art of Daryl Joyce. Acclaimed fan favourite artist Daryl Joyce presents his first ever calendar showcasing 12 of his own favourite moments from 26 years of time and space travel. Own these 12 stunning full-colour interpretations with the illustration on one page and a separate full page with ample space for all your dates and notes, and spend 2025 with Daryl's memorable time-travelling moments. Pre-order your copy now and spend 2025 with Daryl's favourite and most memorable time-travelling moments. Well, here they go again, those boys and their action figures. It's Who's Views and Merchandise Paradise. Honestly, how old are these people?
Exterminate.
Here we are. We're back again. Yes, you can't get rid of us here at Who's Views. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's lovely to see you.
Hello,
And
nice to
yes,
see you all. Hello.
all this is a bit of fun, this particular show, because this is us, grown men, deciding to talk about bits of plastic live to the world, because this is what we would have been doing anyway. So we thought, let's broadcast the thing, didn't we, guys?
There's worse things you could do, I'm sure.
As Paul is saying here, we've got more pretties coming on. Bedouin is with us, as you can see, and we've got merch. Yeah, it's from Dr. Ian. So how are you all, everybody?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we are then. Oh, here we are again. More bits of plastic, more pennies, more grotsits to find.
Yeah.
Coming this month, because if you haven't heard, it's usually the other way around, but if you haven't heard, we're here to talk about these little pretties, because Character Options have announced their latest collector figure sets for History of the Daleks number 18, and we've got the Emperor Davros collector figure. Look at those lovely colors there. So we're happy about this, aren't we, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Oh, is there enthusiasm there, everybody? Can you?
I'm excited for the Davros. I never got a Davros. I've got some of the Daleks and the special weapons, but I missed out on the Davros. So I'm quite keen on that. I already have the black with the white balls, and I'm never particularly fond of that shade of grey. You know, that it's the more darker gunmetal grey Daleks for me that do the business. So I'm quite happy to pass on the other one, but the Emperor Dalek for me is like, yeah, about time. Yeah,
I don't have any of them of that particular set, the Resurrection or the Remembrance ones. I've got a Special Weapons Dalek, and I've got a Remembrance Dalek, but no Davros. But I don't have the Resurrection ones. I've got these. I've got the Remembrance one of that, which is very similar to Resurrection. But the black and white Supreme Dalek is unusual. Not a favourite, but I like to have it though.
Yeah. Let's say to everyone that's watching us, it's nice to see you all. Hello. We've got Pete Harrington saying hello, everyone, and giving us a little wave there. Mark is asking us, why is it as we get older that our toys get more expensive?
Because we have to pay for them.
Yeah, we would have killed for these during the 70s, but we couldn't get them. You know? But yeah.
That's why our age group love this. So, and Bedouin, to be honest, as well. This is why we love these things, because we never had them as kids, and we always wanted them. Remember when the Star Wars things came out, the original wave of the Star Wars, and we were all waiting for Doctor Who, and then we got Dapol, and then that didn't really go anywhere either. But we were all excited about that. And these are the most accurate we've ever had, and. Come on, you know, that's why we're collecting them of a certain age, isn't it, really?
Yeah, completely.
Like to say hello to Kirsty, who's in the chat. Welcome back, Kirsty. Yeah, she's been busy getting sawn in half most evenings over the last few weeks.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She must have a thumping headache. Honestly. Legion of James wants to know, is everyone looking forward to getting your mitts on the problematic reissue of Emperor Davros? Because I know I am.
Yes.
Definitely. Get
Yeah.
2 just to spite who shall not be
I'm
named.
surprised it was allowed to be re-released, to be honest. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Well, but it's a seller. It's going to be a seller, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Of course it is.
And Legion is actually saying hello to us all. So hello to you, mate. Nice to see you.
Evening.
Pete is actually reminding us that plastic is fantastic. You keep your personal life out of this show. Oh, and also from Legion of James says, all right, Pete, am I the only person that is irritated by the history sets now not running chronologically? Resurrection being number 18. It's killing my OCD.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
really
think we're all with
annoying.
you on that one.
Yeah, especially as they've jumped ahead and done, was it Dalek and Army of Ghosts already, and that was, that was a mixed set from 2 different stories as well. Plus they were 2005. Yeah. Funny enough, I did actually tidy up all my History of the Dalek sets to check which ones I had and which ones I was missing recently. So it's annoying when they start off in a lovely order and now they're a bit all over the place. And I think Remembrance is one where they're going to come back to again.
Oh yeah. Well, you can tell us more about your theory on that, but I think I know what you're going to get at there. Yeah, I mean, when you've got all the History of the Dalek box sets out, they look great together, don't they? But it was just that annoying decision they made to, jump from the Resurrection one, and it's a shame really because we all knew what was going to be in the Resurrection one. I don't know what were the character. I don't know. Stephen, hello, everyone. More toys. No, they're collectibles. Yes, of course they are. And hello to
we don't play with them at all.
Well, you speak for yourself.
Matt, the Silent Wee Music King, is saying my only Davros is the Revelation of the Daleks version with the alternate bloody green stump hand. Yeah, I've got that down there as well. That's quite a good one. I reckon that will be re-released at some point as well. So, Adrian's with us as well, saying hello. And roll up, get your Davroses now, says Pete.
Whilst you still can.
You can, exactly.
Welcome back to Just Jordan. I hope you and your dad's all right. Where have you been recently? We haven't been seeing you. Nice to see you. But she wants to know, are we basing the enthusiasm of these on how many duplicates Bedweir actually buys?
Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but...
now that she has.
It will be 2 of each. Largely because I do have the original figures, but they're in the box still because the Supreme was in the Resurrection 4-pack, wasn't it?
Yep.
And the Emperor Davros was in with a destroyed Imperial, and I only got one of those each. So those have not been opened. So I'm looking forward to having versions I can open and play with.
Because that one as well from the original release, that of course was the Underground Toys one, wasn't it? It was supposed to be for America only. And when it got here from Forbidden Planet, it was quite pricey, though, wasn't it? Really, sometimes you just I mean, it's nice to get
if you think that's pricey, look on eBay and see how much it is now.
I bet, I can. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Yes, hi to Lee Smith saying that, and saying if you can find them in B&M before the scalpers grab them. Oh gosh, and Jack, no surprise here from Jack. I have my eye on Davros.
One's all you need. That's
It really is. It really is. So nice to see you all in the chat. Good to see you. Thank you very, very much. Stephen's also saying to us, hi all at Who's Views. I can't wait to get these sets. And it's not going to be long. We're going to go through that because apparently they're coming out this month, September 2024. So let's have a look at these again. These are the new, it's announced properly today. There was a sort of email that went out to people yesterday saying, oh, this is what's coming. But it was sort of announced properly today with another Character Options social media confirming this. This is where these come from. So we've got the History of the Daleks, which is Resurrection of the Daleks. And we've got the Emperor Davros, which is from, of course, Remembrance of the Daleks. Now, let's see. Bedweir, where do you want to go first? Blue or purple?
Well, let's do it chronologically, given character or not, and go blue first.
And that'll help the viewers' OCD as well. That's fine.
Great. Yes, it will. So here we got this. I'm going to read the press release for you here. So this is the History of the Daleks number 18. As I say, these box sets are due in store in B&M. These are exclusive to B&M, and they are due this September. The press release says Character Options is delighted to reveal details of the first Doctor Who collector sets for B&M stores for 2024. Now that's something, isn't it? Because here we are in September, and these are the first releases we've had all year. And it just, I find that quite amazing, actually. Apparently, it says here.
We had the Vellum one, didn't we?
Sorry?
Earlier on? The Vellums early on in the year.
Well, obviously, that came from Character, though.
All right. Okay. Right.
What they mean here are the B&M fresh ones.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So not the non-exclusive. That's what they mean. The B&M stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think the Fugitive Doctor must have been 2024 as well. So that was another Character exclusive. So they've dropped two.
The what? The what?
I
A
don't know what
TARDIS set. It was all about the another TARDIS.
So anyway, we've got Character Options delighted to reveal details of the first Doctor Who collector sets for B&M stores for 2024, available in September. These two exciting new sets will be the perfect addition to any fan's collection. So what we've got here, let's have a look. Let's go. Okay. Blurb says, for fans of one of the Doctor's most feared enemies, the first set boasts. Oh, they're putting the Emperor Davros figure first. And to further state the demand from fans of the Daleks, the second offering is a new History of the Daleks set. Each pack will feature a comprehensive description, accompanied with details on the inspiration behind the summary of which is below. So this one, for the ones we're going to be looking at, let's zoom in on this one then. Zoosh, here we go. So there's a close-up of that. The latest installment for the History of the Daleks series features the black, white, and silver Supreme Dalek and a more customary grey drone Dalek from the episode Resurrection of the Daleks that first aired in 1984. In the episode, the Daleks return to rescue their leader, Davros, from his cryogenic sleep to save them from a deadly virus created by their enemies, the Mavellans. Spelled wrongly on this press. Yeah, that's spelled wrongly on this press release, by the way, Character. The tale unfolds into an epic battle that may see the entire Dalek race, including Davros, succumb to the virus and culminates in the Dalek command ship and station being blown to atoms. Okay, so there we are. Let's have a look at them out of the box. Look at the box again. I quite like the boxes again. I love this new packaging. You can actually see them properly on the B&M stores. Now, we've got to bear in mind in B&M as well, this is the busy time now for B&M because it's Christmas. That is on the way. So they're going to get all these toys in. They're going to get all the Christmas sweeties, all the biscuits in, all those gifts that they get in that you can buy for $5 or something like that. Something you don't like at work, or a family member that you don't care about. Yeah, get them a bottle of Lynx or something like that, or spray of Lynx or something. Do you know what I mean? Or Ovaltine mug, all that sort of stuff. So to actually have these boxes coming out at the same time as all these Christmas toys. I don't know about you guys, but in my local B&M, they get them in, but they'll be here, and then they'll be here, and then they'll be here, and then they'll be right down there. So you really have to look for them. And this packaging, now that I've got the family trained as well, this packaging looks fabulous because you can go, right, it's white and it's blue, or it's yellow and it's white, and then go whatever, and then they'll go and look. So I quite like this packaging for that very reason.
So there'll be lots of trailing around different B&Ms around whatever city you live in. Yeah.
Well, we're all used to that now, aren't we, viewers?
The quest is the quest again. Yeah.
Here we go again. Yeah. So let's have a look at that again. It has got that little gold foil disc on it as well. So we've got that. It's quite, I say it's quite nice, but let's have a look at them out of the box. Here they are. I love the fact that once again, they're weathered on the base. Can you see that?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like that? You want them new?
Not on the Supreme.
The Supreme wasn't originally.
No, well, he was studio bound as well, I suppose, wasn't he?
Was the grey one battered as well on the base, on the original one?
Well, that's fine. It's a drone. That's acceptable. But
You
for me, the Supreme should be in mint condition.
Right.
Because he's Supreme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to paint them black when you get them.
Oh, I see.
And he was in studio, as Ian said. So.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he bumped into the cameras a bit.
This new Davros is a gorgeous white this time.
What was kind of a cream? Yeah.
What was the last version then? Was that a creamy color, Stephen?
pretty similar.
I can't remember. Enlighten me, Stephen. Pop it in the chat. I'll try and get to you. Jack wants to know: will these be available online? No, these are more of the B&Ms. So they'll be the B&M stores only, mate. Okay, so you'll have to look out for that. And if there isn't one near you, let us know, and we'll see if one of us can get them for you and sort that out for you. Just Jordan's given us a wee update on her dad. Dad had another 2 visits to the ICU the last 2 months, so it's been rough, but settling again now. Thank you. Oh, mate.
Oh,
Good. I hope you're on the mend. And it's nice to see you both joining us again for Who's Views. So rough time for you, but
All the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And hopefully all will be all right for you now.
Fingers crossed.
You know where we are. Hugh Janus is saying howdy to you as well, my friend. Hope you are well. And Julianne is telling us £49 and upwards already on eBay as pre-orders.
That's
Right,
eBay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's like Oasis pre-sale tickets. Let's
Let's not go there.
Only more sought after, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, certainly by
This
me,
is why
yeah.
B&M can't do them online, because 500,000 people trying to log into B&M is just and I'm a wait.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, because it always happens when they do those exclusives, doesn't it? Just you go, YW2324. Nice to see you, saying it's exciting. And actually, some sad news here. If I can just, I didn't know about this, so I just want to put this in. Adrian James is telling us, R.I.P. Brian Truman. Oh my goodness, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
That's. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, bless him. Yeah, definitely R.I.P. Brian Truman. As you're saying there, Adrian. The voice in Danger Mouse, Jimmy and the Magic Torch, one of my all-time favorites, with the best, grooviest, funkiest
Great
theme
theme
ever.
yes. Yeah.
Screen Test, of course. I remember those shows very well. We will do. We will do, all our age group. What?
He replaced Michael Rodd, didn't he, on
He
Screen
did.
Test?
And what a cracking job he did.
Mhm, yeah.
But, I'm quite sad by that. Oh, bless him. R.I.P. Brian Truman. Definitely. One of our heroes when we were kids.
He was 92 years young, which was
Wow.
great.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Wow. Who'd have thought that? It's like we were saying on when we were looking at our William Russell tribute when Mr. Russell passed away. All our heroes are that age, I suppose. Now they're all in their late 70s, their 80s, their 90s, and no wonder we're feeling it. Hey, gosh, goodness me. Oh, bless him, Brian Truman. How lovely. Bless you. Had another long argument with the ratings there on YouTube today. These idiots will just shut up, said Andy Gladwell. Well, how you got the energy for it, Andy? I just thought I've got rid of all that now. I say
Good for you, Andy.
One other thing and then walk away. That's great. Noel's with us as well. Nice to see you, Noel Russell. Good. What else we got here? Oh, there's lots of you in the chat saying hello to us as well. Michael's with us. Hello, Trouble. How are you? Paul Baker is with us. Nice to see you, Paul. Hope you are well as well. Are you going to be buying these lovely new action figures? My Rocco is saying I'm holding out for the Mavellan figurines. Weren't they on sale online?
They were online, yeah.
We're on character,
Yeah. Is that what you mean? Because they might still be there. I don't know, but if you haven't
Silurians probably are.
Well, they were in the sale.
Yeah.
They were cut price, weren't they? Remember? Because I think Ian, you
Yeah.
attempted, weren't you, with the sale price to get the Warriors of the Deep? You did eventually, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Cheap. So there's well,
Even though he doesn't like that particular sort of Silurian, he still bought them.
I sold out. I don't care.
they were lovely, though. They were lovely, honestly.
Yeah.
Could have been worse, Ian. You could have spent 90 quid on them.
That's
yeah,
true.
exactly.
Did you do that, Midweir?
I might have done.
You might have done. Okay, right. Of course, you would with 3 of them. Yeah.
3 of them.
Just the spare, just in case.
Yeah. The ones that you play with. That's
That's set 2.
Okay, right. Set 2. Okay.
My favorite Dalek collection set is the online Mechanist Dalek set ad. They are based on the movie versions, says Stephen Braddock. They are beautiful. I bought one to keep in the box and one to take out the box, but they look so good in the box. They're staying in the box because they're beautiful. And I just thought, oh no, don't touch them. You might break them. Kirsty is just saying to us that Lynx Africa is better than a female deodorant. Really? She's obviously, because she's been sawn in half to losing the plot there.
Nothing says Christmas like Lynx Africa.
I know.
Yeah.
Why do heterosexual men wear links? You answer me this. As heterosexual men, why do you like links? It stinks. You can put links on and somebody will say to you, No, I know, but when it stinks like that and you spray it around, and somebody could say, "Oh, has that blue bottle come back?" I mean, come on, it's absolutely.
It's not like fly spray at all.
It stinks. I remember if somebody was in a club and they were wearing links, immediate. No, avoid. Where's the Dolce Gabbana boys?
There should be an age limit on it. Once you get to about 16, 17, that's when you should stop using it. But we get given it for Christmas, so you've got to use it up.
I know it's terrible. I know these poor teenage lads. You can smell them coming down the aisle in Tesco, can't you? Before you see them, you just in our day it was brute.
Worse than that. There's nothing worse if you're going out and someone put too much aftershave on and you can smell them like 3 doors away. Incredible.
Yeah, but in my day when I was a teenager, 16, it was brute and it was Insignia.
Oh, Insignia. Yeah.
Throw it all on.
Splash it all over, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. And then you walk into the pub and everyone would go, there's 5 or 6 lads coming in, all stinking of all sorts of nonsense. Morning B&M Treks, get back to the show, JT. Morning B&M Treks, hope the weather holds, says Peter Harrington. Legion of James is saying, every time you enter B&M to attempt to find these figures, I'm sure the Mission Impossible theme starts playing. And YW2323, oh, I want this so much. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to afford it, but what will it cost? Could you buy it in America? We're going to come to the cost as part of this when we actually get this show going.
I imagine Who NA will have some at some point.
Very probably. I was going to say that. Who NA down there with Keith. You can look them up. Who North America. He does a smashing job, doesn't he, Bedway, of getting all these from B&M in because he knows a person who knows a person. Oh, I shouldn't say that on the maybe I shouldn't say that on the channel.
Allegedly.
Yes. Stephen was telling us that the original Emperor Dalek for Davros was a creamy color. Right, thank you, mate. That's
so
good.
I'm going to ask this for you guys who've got the original ones. Then for the B&M sets, is it cheaper to make them a little different or different molds? Because some of them, the detail is slightly different, isn't it? So is there a reason for that?
Yeah.
Is it cheaper for them to do that? I don't know.
I haven't got the original one.
It depends if they still have the original molds.
Yeah.
With the Daleks, I know they had to redo the molds fairly recently because they were losing some of the detail.
Right.
Particularly on the sort of shoulder section, grills, that sort of thing. But I think when they released, for example, the Coal Hill set with Aeson and Imperial.
Oh yeah.
That just had a new Y stalk, I think.
Right.
And that still had a mesh section, which those Imperials did not. It was solid. So, I don't know. I think largely these molds are just, as previous, but with some additional details.
So are they playing on a collective, a kind of thing about collecting things that are different? Because making the base different makes it a different
it does,
toy, doesn't it? So to get you to collect them, isn't it, really?
It's also because you've got to remember that those original ones they did were all exclusives under that contract. So they've got to make them look a little bit different, not only so that they can get around that contract, so they can provide us with. There's a lot of people that are collecting these things that weren't even around really when those original ones came out because they were too wee. So now they've got the chance to get them again, but they have to do something, don't they? Hi, Rich. Nice to see you. The new Doctor Who sets look good. Nice to see you. I like your little avatar there because that is a character options figure of Peter Davison in a console room set. So if you're the guy I think of, was that you that's created that? Because there's a guy out there that's making these beautiful console sets.
They're lovely, yeah.
And they're stunning. And if that's you, come on the show and talk to us about it at some point, because I'd love to know. I
have to ask another question, though. Who are these toys aimed at? If the fans are no longer part of the show, who are they aimed at? Then?
Well, yeah, it's a good question. But they are aimed at us, aren't they?
I know they're aimed at us, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
No, to pick up on what JT said, they're largely for those who want those particular figures but didn't either have the opportunity to get them. We're talking 10, 15 years ago when some of those 4-pack sets came out and are now extraordinarily expensive. So there's an element of making them available again for other people who want them. But with B&M, it's the casual market as well. So it kind of, they know that the collectors will run out in the first 48 hours
Yeah.
and snap up a load, but they also hope
3 sets
that,
at least. Yes. So.
at least. They hope that the general market will also pick 1 or 2 up as well.
Yeah.
Unless they're, Jodie Whittaker box sets.
Exactly, which is still there. Legion of James, JT, I'm letting the team down. I wear links. I thought I could smell something. It's coming through. Absolutely. But let's get on to this, because we were talking about we were talking about the Dalek one, weren't we? So let's have a look at that. So we've got 2 Daleks here. Let's just do a little close up of this. Here we go. That was nicely detailed as well. I know Bedouin is saying he doesn't like the added bits on the bottom here, but there's the gauze looks quite nice here. The dome lights look all right. The slats look quite good. I love that the mesh is still looking very nice around the shoulders as well. Nice model. This is looking good.
I think
they look better than the actual props in the series, though, don't they?
Especially the one that went out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
That
That'll be coming soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, I quite like that with the beastie in it.
Yeah, that's Paul Styling one. Yeah.
Honestly, would that be a nice set to get 2? One with the green beastie in it from 5 Doctors onwards, and then the other one with the purple claw in it.
They've not done the one with they've not done a soldier who does that. You're not got one of them, have you?
Yeah. But what do you think of this, who viewers? Then there we go. There. So that's your. This is your history of the Dalek set, and this is the more customary grey drone Dalek, as the press release says here, from Resurrection of the Daleks. I quite like it. I mean, yeah, there's not much you can do with them. Let's be honest. And we do know that this is coming after ones that that look very similar. This is obviously going after the 5 Doctor set, which has included the Richard Herndl model in there, the action figure in there. But we know that, and I quite like it. I think it looks nice.
No, it does. Yeah.
The rings on the eye stalk are appropriately going from, well, large down to small, which was a bit of an error on these particular ones.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they look really weird compared to the Genesis and Destiny ones, don't they?
They do, don't they? It's like the Planet of the Dalek ones when they were, the library for which I love, obviously, but they were all the same size, weren't they?
Yeah. Peter's saying to us, it's very nice. Kirsty's saying, "Ooh, that's lush." Anybody else got any comments on that? Can't see you all. But I don't know. I think it looks good. Yeah, we've got a few here. Yeah, we've got a lovely.
Yeah.
I love how they look, says YW2324. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's funny because the Destiny props get a lot of people saying they're really battered, but I think these ones are particularly battered in Resurrection, don't you think? Which suits the story because they're kind of war-torn.
Yeah.
But they do look much more kind of battered than the ones in Destiny, I think.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And that you could argue that was done deliberately, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
The releases. So they've done a few Resurrection drones, and they keep tweaking the color, making that grey slightly more blue and slightly less blue. And I'm not. I think this is fairly close to.
They don't have the little antenna though, do they? That they had on the props. You know, the little bizarre antenna thing they had.
Yes. I wonder what that was. I mean, we know that
was a mold there, I'm sure, when they did the domes. I think probably.
Yeah.
I think you're right on that, Paul.
Yeah.
For the BBC, I mean, not character, but
yeah. We got Java Bean. Hello, mate. Been waiting for a proper Resurrection Dalek. Right colours, finally. Yeah, I think it's near ours. I mean, when you can't really see them in the, as you'll know, I don't really take them out of the boxes, but it looks pretty close to me. Yeah, I think as near as you can. Excellent grey Dalek, says Stephen. Yeah, I'm happy with these. I'm looking forward to this. I have to say, I am looking forward to this one. And let's have a look at the box and the publicity from that one. Again, there it is there. So it's in the blue box when you send people out to look for it, if you're going to get it for Christmas. I mean, that's the ideal thing about this right now, isn't it? It's coming at this sort of time now where you can get that. So let's just zoom in on that one as well. There it is there. History of the Daleks box set 18. For myself, though, I have to say this will probably be the last of the History of the Dalek box sets I get, because I've got them all. I'm lucky enough to have them all. This is the one I need to complete that. I'm not interested in the new series stuff at all, because I've got bronze Daleks galore, and I'm not really that keen on them. So part of me is actually quite relieved that this is coming to the end when it comes to it. Or is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's the only thing that's possibly making them money. So how could they possibly continue? I don't know. It's just...
I'm
Dalek
still
ones will
hoping
always
after we
sell,
had
won't
those
they?
lovely Sensorites and Vood sets, we might get a Web Planet set or something. That'd be lovely.
What did you say there, Ian, as well?
No, the Dalek sets always sell, don't they? I would like to see some of the more obscure stuff. I'd like to see some Draconians. I'd like to see some Planet of the Dalek Thals in the space uniforms, things like that. So, some of the more obscure stuff, because again, they are selling to people like us, so they know they will go.
Yeah.
But, I
They're
mean, I
better
was
to
just
do a Mavellan take on it, aren't they? In terms of, you know, have two Mavellans or two Ogrons and a gold Dalek or something like
Ogrons.
that kind of
Yeah.
combination, you know.
I definitely love Ogrons. Just thinking about this one though, this isn't really authentic, is it? Because wasn't this prop the Two Swords Dalek? So really, it should be a lot more
that
coming out.
kind of yeah.
Yeah, so the
Yes.
skirt was the exhibition skirt, so it was more angled than it should have been.
Yeah.
But because it was the Supreme, you didn't really notice it because it was.
You didn't, because it stayed in a relatively darkly lit set as well, didn't it?
But also the angle, because he was filmed quite threatening, wasn't he? By that slightly, in certain cases, it was slightly up.
Yeah.
You know, that's quite good direction, I think. There's just, you know, from Matthew to be able to go, these things look terrible. How am I going to make them look better? Lighting, camera angle, bang. You know,
I wish they hadn't used matte paint for, you know, for some of the Daleks, because it doesn't really enough. It needs to be metal looking, you know. It needs to be kind of gloss paint.
Now that's going to look, when season 21 eventually gets onto the Blu-ray, that's going to look really, really.
It will, yeah.
Bad, actually, I was trying not to say the bad word, but it is. It's going to look quite tacky. Lee Smith can't answer this. Where's all the new RTD2 Doctor Who toys?
No one knows.
Who cares?
They cut out the middleman and put them straight in the bin.
Yes.
There's no Jinx Monsoon and a piano, none of that, you know. So.
Oh, can you imagine that? Oh, please. And Julianne is saying there's a rumored chase drone variant. Oh, haven't heard that rumor. I've heard a few rumors, but not that one. Pete is saying that, interesting that, Julianne. Pete's saying to us, we need an Ida. Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, so we do. Yes, I love the idea.
Oh, that's what they should have done. Davros and Nida. That would have been a great set. Actually, they could still do it, and we'd still go out and buy the Genesis Dalek, wouldn't we? Oh, we'd do it all again.
I want a 3-pack of Visions from the Ark.
Oh, see, there we go.
Don't you have those already?
Yeah,
they're incredible, aren't they?
I'm holding out for a mutant giant clam, says Hugh Janus. Actually, I would buy that set as well.
So would I, get 3 of them. Yeah.
Oh, that would be quite fun.
With the Harry Sullivan, so you can put him in it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Even if it was included in a nice set of the 4th Doctor, Sarah and Harry, and a couple of clams either side. I'd get that.
Well, you've got limitless possibilities, haven't you? I mean, that Mewtwo as well would be a cracker one to have in it as well.
Yeah.
I know. Just Jordan is saying to us here, 50 Shades of Grey Dalek. And Java Bean is saying to us, the silver detail under the mesh is a nice touch. It is, isn't it? And it does look, I mean, these things have got better and better. It looks good there, doesn't it? They're really, really going for it now. And it's quite clever when you see that, how it's all done.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the mold has been updated to get that detail back in, because having done so many, it was starting to go, and it's really looking sharp again.
Well, let's look at. I'll get that from Michael off there, and let's have a look at the Supreme Dalek. Let's says we've got him here, so there we go. Let's zoom in on him there. So yeah, again,
he looks nicer than the prop. He does, you know.
Yeah,
he does, doesn't he? It's hard to say how different he is to the one we've got already. The painting again, the mesh is looking really good. I like the fact they've got the silver shoulder in there. These sensor globes, or the balls as Ian called them, are a different white, aren't they? They do stand out more, as they should do here.
Resurrection is a massive favorite of mine, because it was actually the first VHS I ever got.
Oh my god, really? Oh, that makes me feel really old.
As I mean, that wasn't the first story I'd seen, but it was the first VHS. and just the Supreme just stood out because it was black and menacing, and the way it appears on the TARDIS monitor screen at the end, how can it do that sort of stuff. So yeah, to get a figure that I can actually take out the box and play with will be a great relief finally.
Yeah. There has been a see-through Dalek. Oh, sorry, and I'm just going to say that from Pete. There has been a see-through Dalek, hasn't there? There has. Yeah, that was the
Spiridon Dalek. Yeah,
the Spiridon Dalek. Yes, thank you.
There was a partial one.
Versions. Yeah,
there was a partial one. Yeah. This black Dalek is slightly taller. It's got a bigger gap between the mesh and the neck.
Oh, very good.
If I put a light on it, you can see it just goes from the mesh to one little neck bit. But on the new one, you've got two levels. You can see on the picture. So slightly different. Very good.
Bill, Mr. Stark, guys, have the prices been stated? No, we're going to come to that in a couple of minutes on these.
Make sure you're sitting down for that bit.
Yeah, that's a discussion point in itself, these prices here. So stay with us, Bill, as we talk about this. The special weapons Dalek will follow, hopefully, says Legion of James. Yeah, because he's been around a couple of times now, isn't it? But Bedouin, is that the one you're reckoning could appear now for Remembrance Set 2, as it were?
Yeah, quite possible. So I think
so.
I think
there's a lovely one here.
Ooh, the Emperor Dalek,
of course,
that was in with a destroyed Imperial, which did have a little mutant claw coming out, which was great.
Yeah.
So rather than repeat that set, they've obviously decided to go with Emperor Davros on his own. But I think the next one in the next drop will be destroyed Imperial with special weapons.
Well, he is part of the history of the Daleks, and they've been putting it all there. So I think we should be expecting him at some point, to be honest. I'm also sort of expecting something to do with the Destiny Davros as part of this Davros-y type set they're doing.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the chat, but I think the special weapon's only been released twice. So
there was a talking one, wasn't there?
Yeah, once in the 4-pack and the talking version.
Yeah,
this is lovely, though. I have to say, really nice.
Yeah. Is that the talkie one, Paul?
No, this is a mute one. I'm afraid. Yeah. I have to do the voice myself when I'm playing with it. as you do.
Yeah, me saying there as well that I reckon this is coming. This could be possibly the last one, depending if they do a special weapons Dalek. Then yes, I'll be buying that one as well. But I do think the Dalek ones could be nearing the end for the classic series. But as Bedouin is saying, you never say never, because you can do anything with a Dalek. Let's face it, you just paint the thing differently and call it this story, don't you? But one of the things I was thinking about, guys, Legion of James has just stated, could it be the history of the Cybermen next, maybe?
Ooh. No, they've kind of done it.
They have, but again, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have it. Yeah.
That's going to be probably 10 years ago that they did.
Yeah, the Age of Steel. They did the Age of Steel individual releases. Then they did the Revenge of the Cybermen collector's set. Again, they've got all the modes. They've even got. They could do. They did a couple in. I've moved them all now. They did a couple in the invasion sets. The box sets with 3 in. But again, they could do that, and we would buy them. They could start from the 10th planet and chronicle the differences as they go through.
They've never done the Wheel and Space variant.
No, just thinking that. They've never done those.
No, that's true. So again, it could be quite nice to have.
Which version of Wheel in Space do you do? Do you do the film inserts or the studio?
Yeah.
They do both, of course.
Well, they have to do the Radio Time Special Cyberman as well on the front cover. That one as well. That's an interesting variation.
Mark Greaves is asking, how about the Rassilon robot? The Raston Warrior robot, do you mean, Mark?
Because they've done that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Done it? Yeah.
He's been out the 5 Doctor set.
Yeah, that was a set that had a Cyberman in it as well. So they've dropped 80 Cybermen occasionally, haven't they? There's been one with Perry. Yeah. Was it Perry or 6?
Was that the Cyber Scout one? Was it that one?
Yeah, the black.
Yeah.
Well, there was the Pertwee model as well, wasn't there? I can't remember. They're all over there now, so I can't get them out anymore. But
I want a Terry Nation at Home Dalek set with the 4, including the red top.
Red top one.
I'd buy that. Yeah. with a
Adrian wants
backdrop of his lovely house. See, that'd be really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Adrian's saying he wants a chameleon figure. It could be done actually from the Raston
With
Warrior
interchangeable
Robo.
heads, kind of thing.
Use the Raston model, and
Yeah. Or if they brought out more companion ones, you could just call them all chameleon.
Well, we had the L-Shock androids. We had them.
Yeah,
Haven't
we have.
Yeah,
We've had the black ones,
yeah,
in the Earthshock
yeah,
set.
yeah,
That was a
yeah,
nice
yeah,
set, yeah.
yeah.
And Garbage
We
would
need
say
some more
"Look, new
companions like
Cooking Dogs."
Damien Victoria and things like that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need. Well, they know there's fans clambering for them. So Garbage is saying, love some new Cushing Daleks to be released.
they can't do it.
No, they
No.
can't do that. There's reasons behind.
They really pushed it with that Mechana set because
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
technically in the
Different
background.
copyright.
But yes, I want to say Studio Canal.
Yeah.
I don't have that set, but they have, like in the chase, they're taking the base off, but in the model, they're still with the base, haven't they?
Yeah,
took
because
the
it's
base off in a studio
Yeah.
set, I think,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
can
yeah,
see them
yeah.
moving in the background as well.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could re-release the Mechanist set and put it with a pot of paints, so you can,
They just have to, we've said this before on the show with the Studio Canal Daleks, because it's them that owns that copyright.
Yeah.
They just need to negotiate a new license, and they might have tried, and it might not have worked.
Well, they're missing a trick with the chase one. You could have a fungoid and a Dalek, couldn't you? That'd be quite nice.
Yeah. John was asking, have they done a Scaroff? They did ages ago in a City of Death
Yeah,
set, a really nice City of Death set. So yes, they have done that. So that one again, I hate to think what that's going for now, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Mark is saying, look, I've now been on Who's Views. Yay! Give him a round of applause. Yes. Well done, Mark. Welcome. So let's have a look at that. Let's dive in onto that one again. Yeah, I quite like this. It looks good. And it does look different to the one I've got. The white doesn't look as muted. And neither did the shoulder sections. I'm quite looking forward to seeing them side by side and doing a comparison of these two, just to see what it looks like.
Those scuffs annoy me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get like the Five Doctors one. The Five Doctors Dalek, again, like the ones you've shown us already, they're all much better than the original props. So much better,
Yeah.
Well,
they've
yeah,
got
the Destiny ones had like bits missing and off the panels and stuff. They didn't go to that lengths, did they? So, yeah.
Well, they didn't put the little feet in either.
Not yet, Midway. Not yet. That'll be the next run.
That
was a magnet. I don't know if anyone ever got the assortment of Dalek magnets. And within that, there was a Dalek from Destiny with the feet at the bottom. And I cannot believe someone in BBC Worldwide allowed that through.
No,
but then it clearly shows they don't know what they're looking at.
No, that's just ridiculous, doesn't it?
I've got it on my fridge. It's a real thing.
That's ridiculous.
You have to send me a photograph of that. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Why were they doing that? Okay. Well, anyway, that's the history of the Daleks box 18. Resurrection of the Daleks from 1984 on the way. There are two going to be available this very month here on September. You've got the one we just talked about, and then here he is, Emperor Davros from Remembrance. So let's have a look at this. This is the box here. Again, quite a nice looking box here. I like the color. I like the purple on this. This is the actual box close up. So I quite like this. It will stand out. I quite like the fact that it's teasing there. The background you're getting from this is from the saucer.
Oh, yeah.
With all the lines and stuff like that. So a lot of people will like that, I'm sure. There it is again with the gold limited edition sticker on there from B&M. Just to stress that yet again, it's from B&M. And it features, as you can see on the top right there, one Emperor Davros. I love the fact that
can you shut his lid on this, if you're part of the expression?
You can, apparently so. Apparently so, yes. I've just realized I haven't given you the picture of the lid closed, but you can. Let's have another look at this. Looking really good. I think it looks nice. Again, I'm going to say it again, the new packaging is far better than that awful blue one they had during the Chibnall era. This is how it should be. It's bright, it's attractive, it's got that gorgeous logo on there. You can see it on the shelves. B&M staff, please, please, please. Some of you already do this. Some of you don't. But please, 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 can you just put them all in one area of your shop so we're not going, Thank you. Let's zoom in on that then, everybody, because we've got the Davros there. Let's zoom in on him.
Very nice.
Could you shut the lid on the original?
You could, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So obviously they've got around this a little bit by doing different painting, I would think. There must be something different on this one. We've already been told that it's a different color. So there must be something different to it there. But I like this. I think this is looking good.
It's lovely, yeah. Really nice.
I was just looking at like is the gold edging on the lid new, or was that there before? I can't remember.
If anyone's got the original Emperor Dalek and opened it, I'm looking at, can you let us know the answer to Bedouin's question? I can't remember. I can't remember. When it closes, there is a gold ridge there. That gold ridge does come between and separates the two whites. So you can see that it opens. But Davros himself is looking quite good there.
Yeah, that's definitely a fresh paint job. Some extra detail on it.
And it's gold inside. Was the original one gold inside, or was it black? Anyone tell me? Let's have a look in the chat and see what they're saying.
I think you could really tell.
I don't know. Thank you, Garbage.
The Garbage knew that already. Called himself a fan.
The Emperor Davros looks awesome, says Stephen. Yeah. Garbage is actually saying to us, I so want this. It's fantastic, isn't it? I think that looks fab, says Just Jordan. It's lovely, says Pete. Some behind the scenes action figure sets would be interesting. Oh. Okay. What else we got here? What else we got? Needs an LED bulb in the box, says Garbage. Okay. I'm not sure. But yeah. Yes, Domgo, you are right. He does have a problem with Davros, doesn't he? We all know that, and we're not going to forgive him. So we're all going to go out and buy this just to go Yabu to you. Julianne's also saying to us here, I missed this Davros last time, so we'll be hunting for this. I'm the same, Julianne. I remember holding it in my hands and just thinking to myself, oh, I like this. This is really good. And then for some reason, I put it down in Forbidden Planet and left without it. So I suppose something distracted me.
And someone got in there and bought it before he left the shop, probably as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's probably that weird going out with another two.
But you remember there was all that fuss last time from us over here and say, you know, you can't. This is a horrible thing to do, making it all for underground toys, and then we've got to pay extortionate price because they were quite pricey when they came here. I do have the press release for this as well, everybody. So let's go through that now for you. For fans of one of the Doctor's most feared enemies, we've got these coming out here. La 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 la. As all fans know, Davros is the creator of the Doctor's deadliest enemies, the Daleks. Yes, we know. Hurrah! In this special set, the evil genius is depicted as in the 1988 episode Remembrance of the Daleks, partially mutated with one functioning hand, a cybernetic eye mounted on his forehead. He is encased in his self-designed cream and gold support chair in place of his lower body. This mobile chair inspired the design of the Daleks. The box comes complete with a gold limited edition seal and an inner backdrop that sets the scene for the Emperor Davros' evil doings to come. Da, da, da.
That's a very telling description there. Very pointed, I thought.
It is a bit, isn't it? Mentioning a bit about the chair there.
Yeah, so I've just been looking up, and the previous version was slightly different colors on Davros himself, and there's less wiring around. I think someone mentioned it in the chat, Bill Lowry. So
yeah, we've got that coming up.
Slightly fewer colors on his shoulder torso bit, but also so the light is still red, but the previous ones that were down by his ears were like an orange yellowy color.
Oh, were they?
And that gold trim was there before and on the prop. So, it's looking pretty good.
That's good. So there's not as many wires around him. See, that's how they've got around it then, isn't it? If they've taken some of the detail of the wires around him.
Yeah, so you can see how...
Carry on, Bill.
All right. So, so you can see how you've got orange and a little blue and a bit of red. There was also, a little bit of green, and there's just more of
just left them black then? Because it looks like there's additional wires there, doesn't it? Have they just left them black?
Must have
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same mold, but that's how they got rid. You would think at some point that exclusivity contract would have run out, wouldn't you?
Mm.
I mean, how many years is this now? 15, maybe. Can't remember when the original ones
I mean, it's
came
not
out.
not massively different. I don't think anyone's gonna
No, we're
really
not going
say
to quibble with
it's not
that, are
different.
we?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean lawyers.
Yeah. Hugh is telling us here the new sets are on eBay for £50. Wow, that's ridiculous. Absolutely
And these
ridiculous.
people just putting them off, then hopefully buy them, then sell them because they're not being released yet, have they? So
Yeah.
No, they haven't been released. They're coming out to B&M stores across the United Kingdom from now. They are due in stores over the next couple of weeks.
but there's no
So-
actual release date, though, is there? Like
No,
from
they're
the
not doing that
25th
sort
or
of
the-
stuff.
okay,
They're not
right.
doing that. They're saying it's coming out. It's over the next few weeks in September. So
Right.
they should be sending them out to various stores around about now. What else we got in here as well? Thanks for that, Hugh. And we've got
Yeah.
Adrian saying, I've had a look on the HMV website. The Doctor Who Season 25 Blu-ray was released on the 28th of October. Yeah, we know that.
It's been
Dalek
pushed back.
Guy is saying to us, note support chair and not wheelchair. And Daz Blue, Emperor Davros, disgraceful, a toy that discriminates wheelchair users.
Although you can see any wheels.
And mum deodorant users as well, obviously.
Yeah, they're so upset.
Roll on.
Yeah,
Dougie is
roll on.
saying to us, special offer, buy that Davros and get a free tin of rice pudding. Now that actually could happen in B&M.
That's
Yeah.
a good shout.
True.
They could do that there, couldn't they? Yeah. So,
Yeah, you could.
Model.
Because for those of you outside the UK who've never been in a B&M store, when you tend to go into a B&M store, it tends to be something cleanliness-wise, like Zoflora or something like that at the very beginning, how to clean your kitchen or bathroom. And then you move down, and then there's a sort of, there might be a doggy biscuit section next to that for some bizarre reason. Then you've got things like toothpaste. I'm talking about the ones I've been in. Then you go further down, and you might get sort of like deodorants and your smellies and all this, a little bit. There could be more inside the store. But then you get all this food. You get food after that, including tin stuff like beans and soup and corned beef and rice pudding and custard. So if there's any Doctor Who fans in B&M, that's what I'd do. I'd have a big pile of Davroses there, the Emperor Davros, and rice pudding next to them all with a Sylvester McCoy box set if any were left in stock. That's what I'd do. But then I'm creative.
you need to get a job in B&M, JT. That's the way to go.
Missed your vocation there.
I can turn my hand to anything, honestly. What's Mark saying to us here? Be honest, gang, did anyone ever annoy their pets with the remote controlled Daleks? I didn't, of course.
Yeah.
I made a dog sick.
What?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it was the 18-inch Supreme, so the really large one. I was chasing it around, and the dog got a bit overly excited and vomited.
Serves you right.
Yeah.
What we got here from Domgo is saying to us, oh, it's all lovely stuff, but I so hate hunting for these things through the B&M hellholes. That's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing about all this as well. You've got to have other friends that can help you with this as well. I'm quite lucky because my B&M store seems to now be getting them in, not as quickly as some of the bigger ones, but they have been getting them in.
Yeah.
And the last wave they got quite quickly, Bedway. They got whenever. Yeah, it would have been. Was it the Colin Baker TARDIS? And then they had that, but they also had back stock of the others, which surprised me.
Yeah,
So
it's just the way B&M distribution works. So if you are relatively close to a distribution center, that store will get them quicker than ones that are further away. And they're not all. This is why they don't, announce a release date, because they just filter out as and when they come out of the distribution centers. And the worst thing is always you pick up the last one off the shelf, and there's someone following, and someone gets there behind you, and you've just taken the last one, and you know that poor guy or gal is having to go to another one. And it's
there's a bit of detective work to do here, Bedway. You're right. If there's a distribution centre near where your shop is, or find out where the distribution centre is and go to the nearest shop, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And inquire when they get their deliveries.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of the B&M stores as well, I've tried this myself, saying, can I just pre-order a couple? No, we can't do that. We're not allowed to do that. And yet some of them do. So if you're very lucky, you might find some nice staff who will say, yeah, we'll put a couple aside for you and phone you when they're in. But and yet there's some people, as we all know now, that are able to go to certain stores and get boxes of the thing
Yeah.
and then put them online. I don't know how that's happening at all. So B&M,
That's
you need
'cause they
to
know
be
people.
careful with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they know
Hi,
someone,
Russ
then
Morgan. Hello, Russ.
they will put those boxes aside, and you'll
Yeah.
find that those when that does happen, is that store then gets loads more sent to it because they think, wow, we're selling loads here.
Yeah.
They've been hoovered up by a scalper and
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
who's selling them on.
Yeah.
Not always at an inflated price, you know. So some
It's not
people that do.
always.
No,
But why
some
still
people.
do it? We're not in 2020 anymore. So why are you
Well,
bothering? Because you still have to pay a postage.
yeah, because some people do it for those who can't get to a B&M, which is fair enough, and they do it at the cost price and at the same price they paid, so they're not making
I get
anything.
that, but I get that. But what frustrates me about these people is they're getting there first thing on a Monday morning when somebody's giving them the inside nod. Oh, they're going to be out on the shelves tomorrow, and I've seen this online, of course. And they're there when they're being unpacked off the trolleys, and they take the whole box. And bearing in mind that B&M is still distributing them with about 6 in each box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've even known of one particular individual that has had loads of them ordered just for him, so he can sell them on to people. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I takes the fun away from the shop for me, and especially now when we're trying to get young people, when it's this close to Christmas, with grandparents and parents going into the toy aisles. If Doctor Who's not represented there, no Doctor Who toys for Christmas.
Yeah.
But you find that those stores, as I said, that get loads of sales to those people that buy boxes, they then respond by sending loads of them, and they end up having to mark them down because they've still got loads on the shelf because they've not been picked up. So it does work against B&M eventually, but
it's a shame, really. They should just be, after all this time of dealing with Doctor Who fans, they should actually have somebody somewhere should have got a bit wiser here to say, there's a pattern here. These people are obsessed. These people want this stuff. Let's do this like a proper product launch. And they haven't. They just treat it like a toy.
They did try online sales of the, was it a Bradley TARDIS set? Which was sort of effective, and then it was too much hassle for B&M, and so you have to go into stores now. So
I didn't like that one either. Didn't get that one. What's this here from Legion of James? A lot of the sellers have people who work or have worked in B&M themselves. Our store never sees the sets hit the shelves because of that issue. And hello, Dalekzilla. Welcome to Who's Views. It's nice to see you. Sorry, I've just come in on this. Any news on the release of the 15th Doctor figure? Are they even going to release it? No news at all on that one. I'm sure they will release it at some point because Russell T Davies did say, or was it him? Somebody did say. And I'll say allegedly at this point in case I'm misquoting somebody, but there was something that we covered before by them saying that they wanted them in the toy shops. Now, in the United Kingdom right now, there's not many toy shops left. So you've got things like the Entertainer and stuff like that. The Entertainer, of course, is now in Tesco. They've got small franchises in some of the bigger Tesco's. So that could be a possibility for this. Who knows when it's coming, though, if you're interested in that particular one. They may even do some of them as an online release. An exclusive to the Character Options website. Who knows what's going on that? But no news on that one, Dalekzilla. You'll have to stay tuned for that one. What else was there? Stephen is saying, let's all buy the Emperor Davros and annoy the hell out of RTD.
That's the plan.
Yeah. And Russ is saying to us, I won't have a bad word said against B&M. No, we're not dissing them in any way. We're just saying that the distribution, after all these years, should be a little bit better.
Yeah, they're running a business that can make a lot of money from this if they put their minds to it.
Yeah. Because it is a bit.
I mean,
look, Dougie's saying there's no B&M near him. Oh no! Oh dear.
Yeah, I get why people then buy online, because if you can't get to a B&M, if you don't have, for me, I'm fortunate. I have a car. I can get to, there's about 4 or 5 in relatively close proximity, and so I can get around them fairly quickly. But if you're having to rely on buses to get there or whatever, then it's not easy.
Yeah. It's not easy at all, but that's where the network of Doctor Who fans comes in, I think. Yeah, if you let people know, and And you can always do it in these chats here if you want to as well. Oh, my B&M is in such and such, and we've got it. You know, get in touch with each other and support each other if you really want these, because that's certainly what we all do here on the panel. Yeah. We all know to, you know, we'll say, oh, this is in our B&M. Does anyone want these? And we'll get them. So yeah, have a look at that. Just Jordan is saying, bring back Toys R Us. It's strange you should say that, because some of these greats are actually trying to come back, and Toys R Us is one of them. So we've got Toys R Us, Woolworths, Woolies coming back. Our Price. They're three off the top of my head that I can think of. They're all trying. Oh, and Wilco's. They're all trying to get back onto the high street now. Good luck to them, I say.
Yeah.
Wilco's never went.
They got some. A lot of their stores did close, and they're trying to bring them back. Yeah. So you know, Dougie, behave yourself. He's saying a 15th Doctor figure. Squeeze it, it cries.
That's a Tiny Tears Doctor there. That's what.
Yeah, re-released from the 70s.
Yeah. And Rose is here. Hiya, Rose. Nice to see you. I think most stores allow only 3 of any item now. Oh. And Hugh is saying to us,
that's lucky, Bedweer.
I'm gonna
get in there first.
Yeah. Hugh is saying to us, I'll check out B&M Saturday and see what's there. This is the start of it now, because they're not giving release dates, Hugh. So what they're saying to us basically is they could start going out anytime now. And where was it in the press release? The new sets will be available in the coming weeks, but they should be in the stores, in all the stores, or the stores that they're going to get them to, of B&M stores by the end of September. So there we have. Douglas is lucky because he says he's got 4 B&Ms in his city.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh, how weird. And look, Garbage is saying to us, Toys R Us is back. It's appearing in around 20 towns.
Nice.
Well, good luck to them. Good luck to them. Bill, what are you saying to us? Some B&M near me, Durham, still have 15, 16, 17 History of the Dalek sets in. Only 2 sets I don't have due to financial constraints. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it?
That's
but that, yeah, I mean, I was in a B&M recently, and they did have a few left of certain things. And I noticed that. So this is now the new opportunity to resell those things, isn't it? By putting them all together where we can see them. Because if you're going to go for Christmas as well, B&M staff, and it's parents and grandparents, they might just buy the old stuff you've still got in stock as well, especially now that they're all discounted. You can get them for something like, what is it now? $14.99 you can get, when they were reduced from $19.99.
Some are $9.99.
Well, we knows whose.
Do you think the Davros is going to be the same price as the 2 Daleks? Or would it be marginally cheaper?
There are 6 in Liverpool B&M. Well, now you've come to that.
Yeah, brace yourselves, brace yourselves.
Let's talk the prices for these. So, as we're talking about here, you've got History of the Daleks Box 18 and the Emperor Davros collector figure on the way this very month into exclusive to the B&M stores as part of those ranges. They are on the way this September. Things are a little bit different this time around, and I found this quite bizarre myself, because apparently now the retail prices will be determined by the stores.
Oh,
what?
The retail prices will be determined by the stores.
Weird.
Now, that is the most bizarre piece of retail news I've ever heard, because you could find a collector's edition of one of these lovely, lovely sets for $19.99 in your local store, and you could go to a store down the road and find it for $29.99. Bedweer could buy it from one of his stores there for $19.99. I might buy it for $24.99 up here. This is a very bizarre. There should be a consistency, and I'm hoping that if that's the case, if the retail prices are being determined by the stores, I'm hoping the managers actually look at what I doubt it, but they should be looking at the previous prices for these things and think, well, they sold at $19.99 or less. So let's keep it at that level, shall we? Because I'm worried that I might walk into my store, see them, buy them, and then see them a couple of weeks later in another store cheaper.
Mm.
In which case, I will be keeping my receipts.
Take them back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand why they would do this. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I think the most recent Dalek sets have gone up slightly. They were $21.99, something like that. I would expect Davros to be slightly less, but
as well.
Imagine him being $14.99.
Yeah, I think
not going to do half price, are they?
But at the same, if there's a store that's only got one box and therefore six sets, then they might put them at $29.99. And that's not right, really.
No. So basically, what they're saying is that this is managers' discretion at what they sell it for.
Yeah.
Now, this afternoon, late this afternoon, I have to say, I did try to get some confirmation from various people that I know that will deal with B&M. Because it was late this afternoon, I haven't had anything back. If I get anything back from that those inquiries that I've made via email, we'll put them into headlines or something like that. We will come back to it. But it doesn't sit with me. And I'm just thinking, why? Why would you say that? Why would you say the retail price will be determined by the store?
But that suggests that the barcodes registered into their system varies from store to store.
Exactly. And
There'll be the same barcode on all of them.
I just don't understand that. So it's either something that they've got wrong, but it is there. It is there. It's very strange, isn't it? Douglas is saying next time I'm in those stores, I guess I will see and compare.
So could you buy 2 sets at $19.99 and take them back where they're $29.99 for a refund?
Yes,
that's a great idea. Allegedly,
no, your receipt would
but if
say.
you say I've lost the receipt, but I got them from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
they are B&M exclusives, so you wouldn't have got them anywhere else.
Well, what you'd have to do is do what I would do and keep your receipts. And if you did find them cheaper somewhere else in another B&M store, and that's going to add to the actual, for me, that's going to add to the hunt for these things, because I'll be going to make sure that they're not in any of the stores. But if they are, I would be taking them back with my receipts to the original store with the photograph of the ones there saying, match this. You're the same chain.
Yeah.
And I would kick up a right fuss. You'd hear me. You'd hear me on the moon if I had to. Trust me, because grotzits are tight right now, and we need every penny we can get. I just think that is so ridiculous. So if anybody gets back to me and says, "Look, this is the situation," I'll let you know. But Lee's saying to us here, look, it pays to shop around. You shouldn't have to when it's the same chain though across the country.
No.
I mean, I could be up in Scotland at one B&M, or I could be visiting in Liverpool and find that, as Pete says, there's 4 in Liverpool. I don't want to trek around all 4. Domgo is saying to us, I bet you Davros will cost as much as a TARDIS, $24.99 or more.
I'd hope not, but then the Daleks, have crept up. As I said, they're about 22 quid now for a 2-pack, and they used to be $19.99. So anything's possible, I suppose, but it doesn't seem right. No,
it doesn't seem right at all. So let's hope that's something that's not quite the full shilling there, not quite right. Here we go. There's a new slot, financial advice with Ian. And Lee's asking a great question. Yeah, Lee's asking a great question. If cities will charge more or less than towns, that's the problem. That's the problem. They can't. I'm hoping that is incorrect, because that is one of the most bizarre pieces of retail.
You can go sometimes with things like cars. I've noticed, like if you're in York and you're looking at a car dealer, then if you're looking at a car dealer, then a car might be 25 grand or whatever. But if you go somewhere that's a little bit more deprived, shall we say, or a little bit, tattier. Not that I'm saying York is posh or anything like that, and I don't live there anymore. But but if you go somewhere that's a little bit more deprived, you might see the same car brand new in a dealership for 22, because they do have a regional pricing model, and it depends on whether the chain selling it is based. So it's not an entirely new concept, but I think it's a bit petty B&M doing it.
It even happens in local stores. You can buy a pack of biscuits from a Sainsbury's and get it in a posher area, and it's 50 pence more expensive. It happens everywhere.
It's a bit worrying, isn't it? And that's why I sent a couple of emails, and it was late this afternoon. It was about 4:45, and these people knock off around about 9 o'clock in the morning. But it's a real case of no, I love them. And I sent I'm in trouble now. I sent these emails. I might get something back tomorrow, but if we do, we'll update you at some point. If anybody gets back to me, or if they can find out for us. Okay, about that.
It's the Oasis tickets again. It's dynamic pricing, isn't it?
Well, talking of which, Legion of James is saying, I saved hundreds of pounds by not buying Oasis tickets. Follow me for more money-saving tips.
Well, I'm going to write to the government, see if they can look into this, because I think they should,
Yeah, well, absolutely. John is saying Ian is correct on cars. Okay. And And Rose has given us a nice message here. Hello, Rose. Sorry for my comments. If they don't make sense, my voice to text might not be working, but good evening, folk. Good. You're making perfect sense, lovely, as you always do. So don't you worry about that. It's absolutely fine.
As much sense as the rest of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
That's why you fit in, Rose, here on this channel, I tell you. Because we're all insane, aren't we, really?
Yeah, you don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps, yeah.
Exactly. Well, we've been talking for an hour now about what could possibly be
toys.
overpriced bits of plastic. That's ridiculous.
They're very pretty, though, don't you think? They're very, very pretty.
They are very pretty.
They are very pretty if we can get them. Kirsty, what do you mean? Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Oh, that's lovely. I've got one of them as well.
Supreme.
Yes, they are like. I've got one of those in the History of the Daleks set. You know, the original one.
He's a bit dusty there.
And then
I've got one too. They are. Yay.
They are nice. I love that one. That's one of my favorite colors.
A chance to dust them by taking them down. So
yeah, that's one of my favorite color schemes. I've also got the Product Enterprise one.
Yeah, this is lovely.
One. Yeah, a lovely color scheme. That the black and the gold.
You can just see Terry Nation standing next to this, Ian, can't you? A wee Terry Nation figure.
Absolutely. Yeah, completely.
Can you imagine a Terry Nation figure? That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when we did the Blake 7 merchandise paradise last week, we had loads of people coming back saying, Blake 7 action figures. And I thought, after all these years, why not? I could see myself with a Liberator action place thing, you know, running around the garden at my age, going, with a light, the pulsing light and the green globby thing at the back, which I've never known what that is. What are you saying to us, Russ? Think of all the Doctor Who's from B&M with the money I save from not buying Oasis tickets. That's it. This is what Doctor Who fans do. We're not interested in Oasis. We want action figures. Dusty Daleks, bane of our lives, says Peter Harrington.
Yeah, very dusty. Yeah,
it gets everywhere, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, every nook and Dalek cranny. Honestly, I tell you.
And you got to be careful, otherwise you break bits off. It's not.
You're very careful. Yeah, they're very brittle. Oh, you're talking about the Dalek? Yes, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
Kirsty's just put the link to our Blake 7 merchandise paradise in there as well. But Lee was with us there saying that was me. Blake 7 action figures would be a winner. Character, if you're looking, you could also do a Scorpio one as well, couldn't you, for season 4? Can you imagine? We're talking about 25,000 variants of Shooty. For his Doctor, you'd have 25,000 variants of Servalan as well, with all those fabulous costumes.
You know, like you've got Alexa now, and you can sort of like say, Alexa, what time is it, and everything. But you could have one that fits on the wall, and it's Zen, and you could just talk to it and ask it questions, and it'd answer you. And it might not. I mean, that's so doable now, isn't it?
They should have done that with K9, to be honest. They should have done that with K9.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
yeah. The things they could do with that sort of stuff. Absolutely. I mean, we've had talking Daleks in these little things now, haven't we? You could do that. Character. Yeah, you can send commissions for the idea to whosviews1@gmail.com. What have we got in the chat? Lovely to see you all, actually, everybody. Fantastic to see you all. Domgo, our character options ignoring season 1 and Gatwa. Do we care?
Everybody else has.
Millions of people around the world did. I mean, you know,
they'd only sell 3 of them anyway. And not from Bedweir, so it's
only seen at the toy fair and never anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to release that action figures range, then they're going to have to do it this side of Christmas, because otherwise they're going to get nowhere with it. But they're not going to be a huge hit, in my opinion, anyway, because it's a minority that watch the thing, a minority that appreciates it, and they're not going to buy the blooming action figures. They might, will sell is the bloody drag queen one.
Yeah,
because all the weirdos will go and like that. Oh, look, I've got a drag queen model. Oh, please.
I might buy one and stick it in the microwave. We'll see what happens with that one.
Well, do you remember I heard the rumor that each action figure was something like $19.99?
Yeah.
Now that's a huge profit, because how much does it cost to make these things? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know, oh please. Oh, hello to Will of the Fans, who's here with us. Nice to see you here on Who's Views. How are you?
Big fan of Will's.
Yeah, Will's cracking. You should come on at some point, Will. We'll sort something out. whosviews1@gmail.com. There's literally no reason to cheer for anything but the plug being pulled on this record.
Here.
Yeah, well, you've given me an idea now. If they do release, season 1, it could be a new series for Who's Views, where we I know, set fire to them, explode them, and
I'm not putting my hard-earned dosh on any of that nonsense, I'm afraid. Sorry, look, if you're going to buy all this stuff, as ever here on Who's Views, you're very welcome and go for it, but it's just not for me. It just wasn't for me, and I will not be buying any of the 15th Doctor stuff. I'm going to stick to my stuff. This stuff we're celebrating today, which
not even put it in the oven.
Not even because it's endorsing them, and they would look at a sale going, "Ooh, it's so successful," just like they do on the blooming show. But no, but yeah, Will, you're right on that one. Yeah, but on this particular show, we're celebrating. We're talking about the Emperor Dalek that's coming out into B&M this month from Remembrance of the Daleks and the new history of the Daleks as well. Store manager, says Mark, might adjust prices to align with the promotion sales or discounts that the store is offering. This will help in driving traffic to the store or clearing out older stock. Yeah, that's a point. Let's just hope they're sensible with this. If this is true and they're allowed to determine the price of these things by store, which is why would it just be this range as well? I mean, I don't see. You go into B&M and it's the same price everywhere. Everything's the same price. A tin of custard for £1 or whatever it is, or £2 or whatever it is. You know, the toys are all the same. I just don't understand why this one would be different, unless they're doing it with everything and nobody's bothered with it.
Well, you might want if you like custard, you may as well go around all the stores and check the prices just to make sure you don't get.
I've worked it out. JT.
Go on.
Buy an Emperor Davros, get a 10th Doctor triple pack free.
Oh.
That's what they'll be doing.
God.
I don't want any more of that.
No, they'll be getting rid of the Jodie figures, won't they? Probably.
Oh God! Well, there's enough of them there. I mean, I've been seeing them in various B&M still. Yeah,
melt them down. The plastic could act better anyway.
I have been seeing them in various B&Ms I pop into, because you know what we're like as fans. Even when we know there's nothing on, we'll go down the toy aisle just in case. And you go down the toy aisle. There she is. She's always there. With the Eccleston ones, some of them as well. They're there, and I just go.
I see loads of 10th Doctor and 8th Doctor ones because there's 3 of basically the same figure. So, but maybe they can do what they used to do with the old Target books that didn't sell and send them to Eastern Europe for people to stay warm.
See the McGann ones you see, Bedware, is it the one from Night of the Doctor or is it the Big Finish variant that they've done?
Oh, it's that triple pack. I can't.
Oh, the 3-pack of T-Rex, yeah. I know.
Yeah, I can't remember which.
Yeah.
Is there repaint of the TV movie, repaint of the Night of the Doctor, and then the Big Finish with the blue peacoat and
is that with his man bag?
Yeah, his man bag.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one. I've got
his mobile phone in it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. The Lady Knightsbridge is joining us here, saying confirmed. That's my Zen impression from Blake 7. It was very good, Lady Knightsbridge. Well done. Yeah. We're on to something with those action figures, for Blake 7, because a few people are saying, hello. Yeah, we'll have some of them. What else we got from you all in the chat? It's good to see you all. Oh, look, here's Peter Venkman fan site. Hello, mate. I've just got back in from PT. Part-time what? Oh, you mean physical training? Right, okay. How odd. Stephen is saying to us here, I'm not buying any Booty Gatwa stuff. I'd rather buy AstroTurf. But you know what? People at the BBC and Bad Wolf seem to be smoking it, don't they? You know what I mean? So B&M will be big.
They'd be better on real grass.
And Peter's saying to us, would Shooty be better as an action man with different costumes? Oh, give me strength, Pete. Don't give them ideas. Exactly. We told you before. Stop giving them ideas. They could be planning series 3 for the world.
Do you guys remember that sort of paper dolls book that came out?
Yes, that cheap tacky thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they could do a Shooty Gatwa where you can, switch the costume over every page.
They should do like a reverse remember that? Image, isn't it? You just put the same head on a different body.
Well, it's like that DVD extra with Peter Davison on Pebble Mill when they tried to do different costumes on his body, and he had like a Jamie-like costume and things like that. They're superb. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, happy days. Hello, Komodo. Komodo, it's lovely to see you. Made me chuckle when Davros closes his lid and makes off like a pepper pot. Yeah, at the end of the show. Yeah. The Peter
nowadays, if he did that, he'd have to beep.
Yes, beep, beep, beep. Peter Venkman fan set is saying the toy aisle is my home. Yeah. The toy aisle is my home, says Peter Venkman. Oh, it must be very drafty for you. usually quite near the doors, isn't it, really? Oh, there's people come down there as well. Oh, please. What else we got here? Dougie's saying to us, if they did Blake 7, we'd have to have a Servalan and Avon set. We'd have to have a whole loads of sets, wouldn't they? What else we got here? Russ is telling us that he's never bought a 3-pack from B&M. I hope he's still talking about the Doctor Who toys.
Didn't know they sold those.
I'm surprised you don't, to be quite honest, because everything else is in there. I'd invest good money for a life-size Clara, says Komodo.
Too much information there, I think.
She'd only punch you. She's quite an aggressive character, wasn't she?
Oh, dear. Really? Okay. Physical therapy. Oh, all right, Peter. I hope you had a lovely time there. Rose is saying to us, hey, there's a store in Derby that I've got the Dolby and the timeline is at $16.99 at the moment. It's been reduced. Oh, well, okay. Fair enough. What else we got here? What else we got? $16.99. I mean, I've seen some of those things going down now to $12.99, $10.99. And as you guys are saying in the chat, some of you have seen them for £3 because they're so desperate to get rid of things. That is amazing, though. And they still can't sell them, let's face it.
Well, because it's taking up shelf space for the next batch of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And why would you want all that stuff when you can have the original stuff, these gorgeous things? If you've been collecting the History of the Daleks set, this is what you're going to need, because this is the Resurrection of the Dalek spot set. You're going to need that if you're even contemplating, like I am, thinking, right, that's it, that's enough. The Emperor of the Davros one, that's really good. I can see a set, I mean, we had the Genesis of the Daleks Davros, didn't we, re-released, and then they sort of forgot it. So now we've got this one coming. I am expecting, though, something to do with a Destiny, and I am expecting something to do with Revelation, to be honest.
Well, in that case, I'm surprised they didn't put in another Hatless Silver or something like that.
They'll do something, won't they? They will do something to get around this, because you know what the Daleks were selling.
Although actually, I mean, it's only a couple of years since they did the Coal Hill set, which was an Ace and an Imperial. But if they'd done an Imperial with this Davros, then it would have matched the creation of the Daleks set that they did.
Yeah,
they're just going off on its own, and and then you could have done the same with Revelation and Destiny, but now they're just going off, and just doing Davros on its own. So
yeah, they are. But there's so many things they can do here, and with the Daleks, because as we say, you can mix and match them all now. They could even start spinning off into the Daleks as they appeared in the annual, or the Daleks. I mean, they did do Big Finish ones, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They did the blue one. They did the Marvel one for the 50th anniversary. Remember the red one from the Marvel comic strip? I can't remember what that was called now. The red one, that with the McGann. I've got that somewhere, and I can't remember what it was called. But you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Who viewers? There was a red one. It could go anywhere.
One with the War Doctor.
One with the War Doctor with the Black Dome.
Yeah, and one with Sylve in the sort of TV movie type costume.
That's right. Yeah. So there's lots of things they could possibly do. I would suggest them, though, if they're going to to do things like that, keep them into the classic mold, because we've got so many variants on the new series ones. Is anybody? Would you buy them? Would you guys buy them on the panel if there was new series ones? Would you in the chat? Would you buy more new series Daleks?
With the new series Daleks, I preferred the die-cast metal ones. Do you know the ones I mean?
No.
Those the Eagle Moss ones.
You what, Badway?
Were they the Eagle Moss ones?
No. This is a Dalek Sec one. So it's
from the stamp shop.
I don't know where they came from, but
yes, the stamp shop.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Very heavy.
Yeah, and much closer to the actual thing than the character ones, I thought. Yeah,
I remember these. I've got them in a box just over there. You got a bronze Dalek, you got that one you've got there, which is the black Dalek, you got a Cyberman, and you got a police box. They are blooming heavy. They were packaged really nicely.
I got 3 bronze ones, and then from somewhere else I got the Genesis art. Just put them round.
Right, yeah. I'm sure that might be the stamp shop one. If it came in an orange box with the sort of tenant console inside it, the tenant console room.
Yeah.
They were from the stamp shop, I think.
Sci-fi-collector.co.uk.
Yeah, Stephen's saying the same thing, the stamp shop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Sci-Fi Collector would have been from the stamp shop. Yeah, they were nicely packaged and got them over there, but they're blooming heavy.
I was just thinking, JT.
Yeah.
You know, you've said that. Oh well, this will be the last of the classic era. Don't
This
forget,
too.
they might do an Asylum of the Daleks set.
Haven't they done that?
Yeah, but they could throw in, like a distressed. Special Weapons Dalek was in there.
Yeah.
Some classic re-release some classic ones with a bit of weathering on them. You've also got what was the Capaldi two-parter?
Yeah, you got the Capaldi one, the magician's nephew, the magician's priest, the magician's hat, the magician's rabbit.
Yeah. So that could be another one. You could get a Special Weapons Dalek in that, which lights up, which it never did before.
I do think we'll get a Special Weapons Dalek for Remembrance, and I think that could be either by itself or with a destroyed Dalek. I'd like to see it with a destroyed Dalek, the one that is just zapped. I would buy that one. But then I'm going to, if they do that one, yeah, I'll get that one. But if they do something different after that, I'm going to have to think about it. Because I think now my history of the Daleks now with these things, I think it's coming to an end.
I just want to pitch an idea to character if they're listening.
I know they are.
I'm sure you're listening. But if you did a destroyed Dalek, but in the Renegade color scheme,
ooh,
that would be cool. Because
they could do that for Revelation.
Opposite the Special Weapons Dalek.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They could do that, couldn't they?
2 greasy patches on the floor.
Oh no. But there we go then. So that's the latest character options release from B&M. Let's have another look at the graphic there. We've got these on the way. History of the Daleks box 18, Resurrection of the Daleks, and the Emperor Davros collector's figure for this. They are on the way to you. Let's have a bit more here. We've got these here. There they are out of the box. We had a couple of close-ups for you here. Really, really good. Looking really good. Quite excited about these. And then we are looking for the Emperor Dalek as Emperor Davros as well in his purple box set. Nicely done again. Great Christmas presents though as well, and they're coming out this month. They will be hitting the stores of B&M this month, September. So we don't have that long to wait for them now. It's so near to Christmas as well. You could always ask people to get them for you, but they have to go and get them now. Make sure they've got pictures of them as well, so they're getting the right ones. And then you'll have to wait. And you get a nice present on Christmas Day, though, wouldn't you? Before you have to maybe even watch some TV. Let's send them out the better. Well, there we go, guys. You're all happy with them then? You're all excited?
Very excited, yes. If we can find them anywhere.
Yeah, because here we go again, everybody. It's happening again. We've got to go and find them all again now. Well, listen, thank you, everybody.
B&M support network.
Yes, the support network. Yes. Let's keep each other all updated here on Whose Views.
A phone line for help, like when Take That split up kind of thing.
Yeah. Don't forget, you can get in touch with me at whoseviews1@gmail.com. And maybe we can start as part of our headline show, putting in where I got these releases from so everybody knows. If you want to do that, email us whoseviews1@gmail.com and we can let you know where we get ours, if we get ours as well. Let's have a look at that. So listen, to Paul, to Bedouia, to Third Doctor Ian, thank you so much for coming on. And this is what we do. We just had a nice blether. What a different thing that was. What a different show that was. It was just us all chatting about it, wasn't it? Everybody,
it was lovely,
enjoyed that. Yeah. I read that wrong for a minute. But yes, Hunt the Dalek, says Lee Smith. Very excited that the hunt, let the hunt commence. Yep. Destination Dalek hunt, says Pete. I know, but you've got 4 near you. Kirsty's going, the boys. She calls us the boys. We'll be back, though. What's this from Pete? Hang on. It's a wonder they haven't packaged a packet of dust as a Dalek from Remembrance. Don't give them ideas. That could be 1999. Yeah. Brilliant. We're going to be back tomorrow. Same time, same place for our Whose Views reviews of Cold Blood. There you go. Come and join us for that. You've still got a few hours left in your day to watch it again.
If you want.
If you must, yeah.
I'm going to have to because I watched it the other. I've forgotten it again, so I'm going to put myself into it anyway. So that will be then. Until we see you again, hopefully tomorrow. Don't forget to like, Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Leave. Do all the stuff you know you have to do. And we will see you very soon. From the boys and myself, thank you for joining us to talk about our enthusiasm for a load of plastic. We'll see you soon.
It's great, isn't it?
Good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.